What is going on, everybody? What is going on? Jump on up in here and let's talk about it. Because you know we had to talk about it. I know y'all didn't think I wasn't going to talk about it this evening. Goodness gracious, at 1 o'clock games. What is going on, Bradley? Bradley, is everybody disappointed? This wasn't this didn't start off as a full lab session. Is that what's going on? Did y'all think we weren't going to talk about all this stuff? Hold on. What am I supposed to be looking at over here? So yeah, jump on in here, y'all. Let me know you're in here before I get started with today's breakdown. Have y'all watched the Coach Bignell interview? Have y'all seen that? What do you think about that? What do you think about that? What do you think about the Lamar Jackson video that's making its rounds? 1792. And watching Serena. What's going on, Erastus? We should be Toya. This is good. Take down the Brooklyn Nets, take down the Warriors easily. I did not know that. So I'm just cleaning up all of my notes section real quick before I jump into anything. Yes, Bradley, I did enjoy the Coach Bignell. Landis, almost felt bad for. Hold on, let me run through these a little more solid. 1792. I don't know what that is. I got to check that out. Almost felt bad for Kentucky. They're trying to give Auburn the game. I know they were totally trying to give Auburn the game. Wait, liking Coach Bignell. Yes, Bradley. We might have to look at some of that Coach Bignell together and break that down. Drinking 1800 the tequila. Erastus, can you sip on tequila? How about those kitty cats eating hot sauce? Yeah, they did get a good one. Yeah, they did. They did take them one. That was pretty funny. But here's what's funny, y'all. Here's what's so funny. Wait a minute, I didn't see the Donovan posterizing over Bam. I tell you what, y'all hang tight. Hold on, I'm gonna have to show y'all this. Show you this. We're gonna have to look at a little bit of the Bignell. We're gonna have to look at a little bit of the Bignell interview. I didn't see Bam. The 1792 is smooth bourbon. Okay, y'all give me probably give me about 70 seconds, 70, 80 seconds. I will be right back shortly. And I gotta get my phone charger too. Because my phone's all the way down to like 12%. They don't want that going on. Okay. I found my little charger, my little battery pack. Sorry about that. Let me get it. Bring it on over here so we can get started. So, what did y'all think of that game? What did y'all think about the Kitty Cats? Check Louisville basketball Twitter. It's on there. I thought I just saw. I didn't know it was over Bam though. I didn't see Bam in the clip. I knew it was on Miami, but I didn't really see Bam in the clip. So hold on, y'all. Making sure we're getting charged up while the show goes on. Look at that. That's pathetic. I hate having to do that. Wait. Was it posterized? Okay. It wasn't posterized. Just made him watch it. Okay, yeah. I did see that one. I did see that one. For sure. So how funny is this? I got this one time and I said, that looks like fun. And tonight's gonna be the night that I open this up, y'all. I need some hex head in the background. Listen, I know. I always said I was gonna do it. And I know my background's pathetic. So I'm gonna start my own Papa Shot League. And I'm gonna open this at some point today. Yeah, I know. That would be a good idea. I should hit up the hex head people. Why you saying that? You're probably right. Yeah, but the Lamar Jackson was so disappointing. Okay, so here's the thing. Auburn, Kentucky. You give them the congratulations and all that good stuff. Enots, if you're paying attention, here's where it gets funny. Okay, let me just go through everybody's comments real quick, just to make sure it's been on the boards. That's what Twitter's on there. Okay. Let me just make sure I shoot through everything really quick. I know. I'm gonna put something. Jackson for UK. Listen, Jeff, hold on, Jeff. You don't even have to go that fast, Jeff. Jeff, I was gonna do that for you. Jeff. Oh my God. Jeff, that is so funny. Look at these stats, y'all. Look at these stats, because I know y'all knew I was gonna call this out, right? I know y'all knew this wasn't gonna get past me, right? Okay, Auburn, okay, blah, blah, blah. Auburn was 11 for 30, 30 for 73. Actually, let me pull the ticker down so we can get all this here. 30 for 73, 11 for 30 from the three. Auburn was 9 for 10 from the free throw line, y'all. 9 for 10 from the free throw, y'all. Conversely, Kentucky shot 25 free throws. Hey, y'all. Auburn shot. Look. For y'all who are not familiar with stat sheets, go look where it says FT and follow it all the way down. Auburn is 9 for 10, 90%. Kentucky is 17 for 25. And they won by 2 points. Look at y'all. Look at the 3-point percentage, y'all. Kentucky shot 46% from 3-point line. Oh my God. Oh my God. Is that what it takes to win? 25. You got to shoot 15 more free throws than Auburn to win by 2 points. Oh my God. Oh, did y'all know that? 68% from the free throw line. Oh, I thought that Kentucky was. Listen, Bradley, they almost did. But oh my God. I saw, listen, if you want to know the game, the story of the game, Kentucky needs a win. Auburn shoots 10 free throws in the entire game, y'all. 2 people even shot. Think about this, y'all. Only 2 players on the entire Auburn team shot free throws. Have you ever seen a game in your life where only 2 people shot free throws? Flanagan and Thor. I've never, ever, ever seen a game in my life. I don't think I can never remember a game where 2 people. And look, think about this, y'all. Every single person on Auburn's team played. Look at these stats: 28, 26, 23, 31, 36, 6, 8, 10, 10, 22. Everybody on the Auburn team played in the game. 2 human beings shot free throws. You cannot make this stuff up. Have you ever heard of that? Oh, what's going on, Christian? Have y'all ever heard? And go Cards. Is that mental issues or fundamental issues? That's my question on the matter. About the free throws or what? What are you asking about in particular? Because yes, I thought they were going to choke at the end on that one. 68% from free throw line. Oh my God. And 25 free throws shot. Which part when you say mental or fundamental? Talking about the free throws. I mean, 70% is not bad. You know, they were 68 to, you know, okay. You need to be 70% as a team. 68 is close to it. So it's not horrible. Cooper's top 5. They should got to the free throw. He shot 3 free throws. You only had 2 players shoot free throws on the entire team. Oh, if I told you how many and ones they got, it'd just make your head spin. Trey, listen, I mean, yeah, they had to. I know, Lauren. Like, how do you lose when you shoot 30? When you shoot 25 free throws and the other team only shoots 10, and Auburn only had 2 players. Every single person played. That's unbelievable. So yeah, if you wanted my overall opinion on that, actually, we'll do this. I tell you what we'll do. We will go to Twitter and we will go #BBN. And we will do a share. We'll do a share, see what's going on with them. Let's see what's going on over there. We'll share some audio just in case we see something good. Okay. I'm sure that's not Keon Brooks. Let me see. Whose account do we want to go through? Oh God, is this how you sell it? Is this Kentucky Athletics celebrating their 6th win in a year? Oh goodness gracious. What they doing over there in #BBN world? Look at this one, y'all. If you can't support us at 5 wins, don't support us at 6. Oh my God. Let's go latest, see what's going on. Okay. Okay, you do some nice little BBN highlights. Okay, I feel you. Y'all get it in there. I would think it'd still be talking about the basketball win. Oh man, I thought I'd cost us the game. It's is that the title of your article, Mark? Jeez, take it easy. You gotta win. Hasn't been able to make 3-pointers all year until now. so they're hot now. I love the spirit. Oh, do we gotta go any post game, y'all? Wait a minute. Oh, look at this picture, y'all. You can't make this up. You can't make this up, y'all. Did y'all just see that? Did y'all just see that? If you didn't see that, listen. When I say Kentucky shot 25 free throws, Auburn shot 10, and only 2 Auburn players shot free throws. And then you get this 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. How happy does that referee look? You can't make this stuff up, y'all. That's how you shoot. That's how you get to shoot 25 free throws, I'm assuming. Is that how it works? My goodness. My goodness. Let me get back. Let me get to the comments on here. Okay, let me get that. Oh. it's yes, Enos. L's down, huh? Listen, Lauren, and again, am I wrong for pointing that? Like, listen, look how happy that referee is. Look at how happy that referee is, and then look at this. 25 free throws as opposed to 10. Thor and Flanagan, the only free throw shooters in the entire game. Oh my God. I've never seen something like that in my life. Oh, you cannot make this stuff up, y'all. You cannot make it up. If you had the most talented writer in history of sports journalism, I guess we can go. I guess we do owe a little bit of Streeble or something. Wait, I'm just saying, ready for us to play again? Go Indian ball out. Yeah, Toy, I know. I am too. I totally feel that. Like, Wednesday can't get here fast enough. It absolutely cannot get here fast enough. Let's see. We done it. Hold on. We did a couple seconds of BBN stuff. Let's see. Is there anything else that's gonna make me laugh? I screenshotted a bunch of stuff earlier, but I felt like I was gonna be picking on the kids. Yeah, some of the stuff, and I don't want to do that. Oh, hold on, y'all. My man Kyle strikes again. Oh no, this is not Kyle though. So let me say that he is quoting. So let's throw this one up on the board real quick for y'all. For your hold on. Over under Malik minutes played. Say 15 to start. What you mean total or next game? He's not playing on Wednesday. Brand, come on. My most recent screenshot. Hold on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. John Calipari ends on, this may be one of those years, if we keep this going, that I can talk about as one of the best years for me ever. All I can tell you is this team is fighting for the university, for the state. They haven't given up one bit, and neither has our staff. So it's not about the NBA anymore. Neither has our staff. Oh my God. You got the highest paid coaching staff in the country. I would hope not giving up. Oh my God. Oh, is this so funny, y'all? Is it? Oh, goodness gracious. It just gets funnier and funnier. I shouldn't even brought that up. Let me see what else happened. Hold on. Okay, that was fine. I won't show that one. Hold on. You know what? I want to show y'all this too. Because if y'all watch the game, I want y'all to see this play. Okay. We got it. Here it is. Just listen, since I'm showing everything right now, I want y'all to see something in particular. You remember when I said Kentucky shot 25 free throws and Auburn only shot 10, right? Y'all remember that? Who do y'all think got called on the foul on this one? Look at the Auburn player. His hands are straight up in the air. Isaiah Jackson is literally stiff arming him out of the way. Guess who shot free throws on this play, y'all? Auburn is in perfect textbook. Listen, Auburn player jumped straight up. Perfect textbook form, arm straight up in the air. He literally has a forearm bar stiff arm out. Do y'all realize who shot free throws on that play? Oh my God. Look at this. It's crazy, right? Oh, hold on. Let me see. I just see a bunch of funny stuff, y'all. It's too much funny stuff, so I'm just trying to get the funniest stuff for y'all to see. Hold on. Yeah, I can't show the whatchamacallit. I can't show the replay of the goaltending late or nothing like that. So that one I can't do. Okay, so now what we'll do is we'll go home, see if we got any more stuff to show y'all. Hold on. Yeah, because I know this one probably got stuck up there really quick. I can guarantee that made it up on the board. Hold on, y'all. Okay, this is what we'll do. Wait, what am I supposed to do? I forgot. Oh, okay, I remember now. Let me go back to the comments really quick. Hold on. Yeah, that was a foul on Auburn, of course. Comment section. You were skiing all day. Where did you go? Oh, Bickett. It's this simple. So, hey, y'all, we gotta show Bickett this real quick. Bickett, you want to know the game synopsis? 10 free throws total by Auburn. Only 2 players shot free throws. Thor went 3 for 3, and Flanagan went 6 for 7. 10 free throws versus 25 free throws. Isaiah Jackson shot 11 by himself, y'all. So that is that story of that. We'll go share. Let me get the tab. Let me get y'all the audio. Okay, y'all let me know if the sound needs to be turned up or anything like that. We'll just do a full a couple of minutes. We won't do the full thing. We might go to the Calipari and then I'll cut it off because I want to look at a little bit of this Big Nell with everybody.
With a new job at UPS.
Tell me how the sound is
as a warehouse worker. Earn $14.50 per hour in an essential job, plus get money for college. Search and apply now at upsjobs.com/Louisville. That's upsjobs.com/Louisville.
Okay, we've heard them losing, so it's only fair that we give them a little love.
The Kentucky
let's see how different it
show
sounds
here on ESPN 680, 105.7. I'm your host, James Strebel. I'm joined by Jason Entz and Jack Grossman's running the boards, and we're all back together in the studio. It's been a while.
Oh, yeah?
I can't remember the last time that we all were in the same place at the same time. Maybe it was the LSU game that Kentucky won. I don't know.
That's why Kentucky won today.
That may be it, Crane. That may be it, Jack Grossman. So Kentucky,
it was pre-Strebel COVID. That's how long ago it was.
Yeah, it's been a while.
It was pre-studio COVID, actually.
Let me tell y'all something really quick. Let me just tell y'all something. Yeah, that's how bad it was. Let me tell y'all a quick story. Last year, I think it was last year. This really happened. Last year, Jack Grossman was in the conference room with Jason Entz and somebody else, right? It may have been James. Jack Grossman was talking about the Kentucky game. Jack Grossman been there longer than both of them probably, right? They kicked Jack Grossman out of the studio area. They kicked him out of the conference room, right? Like literally said, you're bad luck or I don't like what you're talking about. Because, Jack, he throwing the hot ones all the time. They kicked Jack out the studio. When I heard about it, I was like, and what'd you do? Or what I forgot who told me. It might have been Steve who told me about it. Kicked him out the conference room where they were watching the game at. Literally kicked him out. I said, what'd he do? He left. I'm like, Jack, you are 6'2", 260 plus. We'll just be nice. You're 6'2", maybe 6'3", 260 pounds. Don't ever let another man kick you out of a room. Are you crazy? I'm like, Jack, go in there and beat one of them up. You literally have got to go beat one of them up. They are not going to respect you for the rest of the time here if you don't go in there and beat somebody up. I'm like, yes, Maestro. Yeah, Maestro, I already been on it. What about Jack saying Dean Smith was overrated? Is that what he said today? I didn't hear that. The ref under the Auburn basket kept, listen, I mean, when two people on the whole team shoot free throws, that's suspect. That's suspect. Again, not only is that suspect, oh, and look at the score, y'all. It's 2 minutes to go when this happened. This didn't happen like early in the game or something. It's 71-75. The final score was 82-80. And this is what's going on on that court. Oh, so yeah. He said it Friday, and I didn't know that. Alicia, of course they're cooking. Utah's playing the best basketball in the league right now. It was
pre-studio COVID since we've all been in here. All right, back to the action here. Kentucky actually pulls off a win, 82-80 over Auburn, and the Kentucky Wildcats snap a 4-game losing streak. They also pick up their first victory in about 3 weeks. The last time they won was against LSU, and that was 3 weeks ago. Kentucky shoots 43% from the field. And look, B.J. Boston had 17 points. He had 5 of 12 from the three-point line. That's the second game in a row. He hit 5-3.
Y'all remember how funny I when Steve got on here and I said Isaiah Jackson played 12 minutes last game, and I was saying, Coach Calipari, if you played Isaiah Jackson 12 minutes, I don't care what else happens, you deserve to lose the basketball game. Guess how many minutes Isaiah Jackson played tonight? Just take a guess. Just take Reviewing the shows. What you gonna edit them out for me? Oh, reviewing their shows. Oh, as a producer. Listen, I might need that. Right? 30. Okay, you say 35. Did you look? Or okay, I need to peek real quick. Isaiah Jackson, 31 minutes. He went from 12 minutes to 31 minutes. Yes, coach. Isaiah Jackson should be in the game for at least 30 minutes. My God.
Reeves, he was very good for the Cats. Sharif Cooper, who does a lot of flopping, according to Devin Askew.
Oh, God.
Only 14 points, 6 of 20. I mean, not only 14 points. He had 14 points, but only 6 of 23 from the field. To me,
and
Jason,
shot 3 free throws.
The game changed when Calipari got the technical. He gets what?
Did y'all hear what he just said? The game changed when he got the technical. Oh my God. How many more years are we going to do this? How many more years are we going to do the Cal needs to get the technical and that's the only thing that turns around again? Is that your real go-to move? Cal just gets it don't work. The good old Cal gets a technical game changer. Y'all have seen that man got 3 tricks, don't he?
What did you do there, Crean? He got who does a lot of flopping, according to Devin Askew. Only 14 points, 6 of 20. I mean, not only 14 points. He had 14 points, but only 6 of 23 from the field. To me, Jason, the game changed when Calipari got the technical. He gets what did you do there, Crean? He got
checking to make sure we were on the air.
Okay, I just had something else in my headphones other than my own voice. It was very strange. But when John Calipari picked up the technical in the first half, that's when things turned around for Kentucky. So it took Calipari to get that technical to turn things around. Before that, they started the game 0 of 8 from the field. And we were all preparing ourselves for a very long game where Auburn wins in the end by multiple, double digits. But Kentucky actually rallied late in the first half, started the second half. You have B.J. Boston, Davion Mintz hitting threes, getting Kentucky back in the lead. Kentucky extends the lead to 13 points. And you're like, okay, here we go. We actually might win by double digits. It's been a while. It's been a while since they've won. Been a while since they've won by double digits. And then Auburn comes back into the game. Full court press. Kentucky has problems with that. Near the end of the game, Davion Mintz with an inexplicable turnover just completely loses the ball, but then comes back and hits a huge 3 that keeps the Kentucky Wildcats with the lead. They only end up winning by 2, but it's a win. Jason, just how excited are you for this win? I know you're over there just ready to crown the SEC tournament champion Kentucky Wildcats
let's
a few weeks before the tournament starts. And then, no, go ahead. You're telling me off air how this team's going to win the SEC tournament.
Crean, hit the "that's a lie" sounder, please.
SEC is the only. It's going to be the only conference tournament.
He's still searching for it.
They're going to be the only one that has a conference.
There you go. All right. Seriously, I know, Joe, you're on the line. We'll get to you here in a minute. Jason, what's your analysis from this game? Again, Boston plays extremely well. Jackson has his best game as a Wildcat with a double-double. Brooks, I thought Brooks actually turned the game around a little bit in the first half when he came in. He hit a 3, had some offense inside. I thought Brooks played very well. What's your analysis of the game overall? And can we take anything away from it?
That's the hard part for me is like, what do you take away from it? You beat an 11-11 Auburn team in a game where you had a 14-point lead and you had to hold on at the end to win. And there are some positives. There are a lot of negatives still. He hit a 3, had some offense inside. I thought Brooks played very well. What's your analysis of the game overall?
They just won,
can we take anything away from it?
That's the hard part for me is like, what do you take away from it? You beat an 11-11 Auburn team in a game where you had a 14-point lead and you had to hold on at the end to win. And there are some positives. There are a lot of negatives still that I still look at it and say, well, there's playing like this, they can't win the SEC tournament. They can't put together. I want to see a winning streak. We've had one win streak all year.
3 games.
I want to see a winning streak before we even start talking about they figure things out, because
they haven't figured anything out.
Yeah, because let's be honest.
Yeah, right.
Auburn went into a scoring drought in the second half. UK hit 5 of 6 from beyond the arc to start the second half. Mm-hmm. That was what won them the game. It wasn't. Did Cal's technical help? Yes, it kind of changed how.
It changed how the game was called. It evened it up a little bit.
But that's not what I mean. Kentucky still trailed by 6 at the half.
So Cal,
it was the fact that Kentucky came out and hit 5 of 6 from downtown to start the second half. That's not who Kentucky is.
Right.
Yes, BJ Boston played well. This is 2 games in a row that you look at how he played and you think, okay, this was the BJ Boston we all thought we were going to get. Has something clicked, or is he playing well now?
Well, or is it just no pressure? Like there's nothing there's nothing else to really play for.
Steal my take. You're just gonna steal my take. I was literally going to say,
really? I didn't know that. No, I'm just saying. Like,
I told you that during the game.
Okay, well, I wasn't paying attention.
Wow. Listen, no pressure. BJ Boston is playing for his league draft status right now. His season is over, y'all. And if they get anywhere close to making a deep run in the SEC tournament, they are going to start shooting for the money. A team is going to sit back and pack in a zone on them and just let them shoot all day. And they are going to chuck up some horrible numbers. That's why Louisville's such a bad matchup for Kentucky moving forward. Because we can keep guys off the glass, for the most part. You got to be able to shoot.
But no, I mean, to your point, that's a good point. It's like, no pressure. It's whatever now. I'm just playing for me. I'm not playing to take this team to the next level. I'm just trying to salvage any draft stock that I have left.
Yes,
well, it's not just that.
James.
What's the one thing we haven't heard for the last 2 games? We haven't heard Cal standing on the sideline screaming, shoot the ball.
He's doing other things.
When you're doing that to a kid and he's trying to play, it's just like if I'm trying to work and somebody's standing over my shoulder telling me what to do. I can't focus. I can't focus on what you are expecting me to do and what comes natural to me when you're sitting there making me think about what you're saying. Cal's just kind of
learn to deal with it.
Standing back and letting them play. Mm-hmm. And it looks like it's helping. It's taking pressure off of.
So the solution has been Cal just standing back and letting them play. Just go sit down and let them play, and they'll beat Auburn.
Of guys, they're playing more relaxed.
That is funny.
They're not trying to force as many things. We saw multiple times today where
here's
guys
the problem,
didn't hesitate. They got the ball and they fired immediately.
Hey, look,
especially
they
Boston.
were not afraid. I'll give them this. They
weren't
afraid to shoot the ball, especially early. They're hitting up. Then they didn't hit anything early. Like I said, they started the game, I believe, 0 for 8. They're just firing everything. So Cal, you're right. Cal didn't have to yell shoot, and you didn't see the kind of corny. The kind of corny like pump up stuff that Cal was doing in the last game, like running out the court going, come on, and like screaming like we can do this. Like he wasn't doing any of that.
They obviously couldn't.
So at least he kind of. It seems like he backed off a little bit. I mean, Bruce Pearl did enough screaming and yelling and sweating for everybody in the building, even the guys playing basketball. But Cal didn't seem to like he wasn't as abrasive as he has been in previous games, especially in the game they lost Tuesday night.
The other thing, too, is everybody that played double-digit minutes, not counting Ware, contributed. And there have been so many games where UK played this season where you had less than half the guys actually contribute.
Okay, can y'all hear that good, or is that too low?
Ask you 5 rebounds, 4 assists, only 2 turnovers, made a couple baskets. Boston went off shooting. Mintz had multiple big shots in key moments.
Shot in the second quarter near the end of the game.
Isaiah Jackson played out of his mind at times in this game. Olivier Sarr hit a couple big shots, had a couple big offensive rebounds early in the second half.
I do want to ask real quick before you finish up. I wonder if John Hell's going to ask John Calipari about Olivier Sarr shooting the 3. He was 1 of 3.
Do I need to turn him down a little more?
Top at 7 rebounds. Dante Allen came in and hit a big 3 during the run earlier. Keon Brooks gave you exceptional effort. He's got to stop.
Yeah, y'all got to coach me through this.
12 shots.
Well,
he should not be tied for the lead in shots on this team.
No, he should not. He needs to focus more. And what was that stat you gave me
trying
about
to get to the lead.
In the second half? They were like 0 for 9 or 1 for 9.
They were 1 of 9 inside the arc at one point.
At one point, and I'm like,
they were 5 of 6 from downtown.
It's like, what the hell's going on with this team? Like, you can't guess game to game what you're going to be getting. All of a sudden, I mean, they hit 11 threes today. They hit 14 threes against Arkansas. All of a sudden, they become like this competent, like 3-point shooting team. They were, let's see here, 46% from the three, but only 68% from the free throw line, and 43% overall. I can't figure them out. And as you said, you can't take this game and say, "Oh yeah, they figured it out," because Auburn's bad. I mean, Auburn is 11-10, I believe, or now 11-11 on the season. They're not a good
Auburn's
basketball
11-11.
team. I did expect, Jason, earlier in the week when Devin asked you,
Auburn is 11-11, right? Tennessee just got wasted. Who just beat Kentucky last game? Who beat Kentucky last game? Who did I have up? Oh, Arkansas. I got to hold on real quick. Let me see what happened with actually, I'll go back to playing this. Let me go see who
yesterday when Devin asked you said, Sharif Cooper flops a lot. That Sharif Cooper would have a big game. He wasn't very good today at all. I mean, he did have 8 assists,
6 turnovers.
Yeah, 6 turnovers though.
Yeah, he shot 3 free throws,
14 points, and shot really poorly.
6 of 23.
6 of 23. But I thought that guy would go off after Devin Askew's comments, and then as I'm coming into the studio listening to Mike Pratt on the radio,
Arkansas
he was incensed at Sharif Cooper's play. I mean, he was angry, and our guy Mike Pratt doesn't get angry off of it. He's like, "Does this guy fall down every single time he shoots the ball?"
Arkansas.
Dang,
he shot Auburn out of the game.
He did.
Let's
the second half.
Be honest, he shot. If you take his.
Second half,
numbers
dude,
out.
he was jacking up some stuff at 3, and I'm like, your shot's broke.
The rest of the team was 24 of 50. He was 6 of 23.
Yeah, he did.
And before we go to the calls, the elephant in the room, again, close game. Kentucky can't hit free throws.
They can't hit
17 of 25 from the free throw line.
I'm so if they would. God, I don't want to do this because I know people.
But that's why I don't see them winning the SEC.
Yes, James, do it.
You cannot win games.
I can hear it coming.
Tournament time and not hit free throws.
If they're playing a better team than Auburn, they lose this game. I think that's speaking of elephants in the room, that's the other elephant in the room. If they're playing a better team than Auburn tonight, or this afternoon, they probably lose this game. I know people are going to get mad at me over there. But you have to realize
chance Malik plays this week.
6-13. Auburn, I believe now is even on
Listen,
the season.
I'll buy you a beer if he plays this week.
If you're playing Arkansas or Tennessee or Florida or Alabama or Missouri, the upper echelon teams in the SEC, you probably lose that game. Again, going down the stretch.
They get 25
lead, and as soon as Auburn started applying that full court pressure, turnover started to happen. Kentucky couldn't get in that transition that they're so comfortable in doing. That's the only way, Jason, that they can generate offense is in transition. Their half court still isn't good. Their best basketball is what Auburn misses. Or any team misses, they're able to get on transition.
11 of 11, y'all.
For a few minutes here. 267-9680 if you want to call into the show. 427-9680 for UPS Jobs text line. Joe, welcome into the show. Good afternoon. You get to celebrate a win today, Joe.
Oh, my gosh. I'm in shock. I'll make it quick. Best technical foul of the year by Coach Cal. It might even rival when he got thrown out down in Mississippi State. Secondly, the most beautiful play of the game for me is when Jackson went airborne and knocked that 6'9" Auburn nice individual down to the ground, and he tried to knee him in the dang throat as he was going up for the dunk.
That was some toughness. Look, Jason, I know what you're talking about, Joe, that play. I mean, he was going to try to end that guy's life.
The play of the game for me is when Jackson went.
Is in transition.
Did y'all just hear that? The best tech of the year was John Calipari, a technical foul in the first half that turned the game around. How many years in a row does the Calipari go to technical? I mean, I literally between the circle play and the technical foul / ejection. That may be his three coaching moves. And then the caller just said the chart. Listen, y'all. This is what the caller was describing. So for y'all who just got in here, this is what the caller was describing as the best play of the game. Auburn guy is jumping straight up in the air vertical. That is a charge. That is a charge, y'all. Look how far he is from the basket. He didn't get anywhere near the basket. Do you realize you would have to physically go through a human being for 6 more feet to dunk that ball? He's literally 6 feet away from even being close enough to get near the rim. They called this a foul on Auburn. And listen, Jackson started at the top of the key. So I want y'all to know that Jackson has a running start. The Auburn player is jumping straight up in the air. The line of verticality means you can jump straight in the air. They called this a foul on the Auburn player. Look at the arm bar that's charging. This is the play that the caller is referring to as the best play. No, that's what I'm saying, Frank. He's using his off arm. You are not allowed to clear out with your off arm. That's illegal. That's a charge. The moment you stick an arm out there to clear out the defense, it's a foul on the offense. Everybody know that. This is an offensive foul textbook. 23 has a running start here. Because you can see the restricted zone. You can see he's way outside of the restricted zone. So he's not in the restricted zone, arm bar out, running start, textbook charge. Isaiah Jackson shot free throws, and the caller said this is the best play of the game.
Their half court still isn't good. Their best basketball is when Auburn misses, or any team misses, they're able to get in transition. All right, Joe, you've been holding for a few minutes here. 267-9680 if you want to call into the show. 437-9680 for the UPS Jobs text line. Joe, welcome into the show. Good afternoon. You get to celebrate a win today, Joe.
Oh, my gosh. I'm in shock. I'll make it quick. Best technical foul of the year by Coach Cal. It might even rival when he got thrown out.
It's only his second, right?
Secondly, the most beautiful play of the game for me is when Jackson went airborne and knocked that 6'9" Auburn nice individual down to the ground, and he tried to knee him in the dang throat as he was going up for the dunk.
That was some toughness. Look, Jason, I know what you're talking about, Joe, that play. I mean, he was going to try to end that guy's life. And that's toughness that we haven't really seen from this team at all this year. I mean, what's the theme been, Joe?
No,
how soft
you saw that
this
from
team's
Isaiah
been.
Jackson
And Auburn
the
was
entire
pumping
year
in the first half. And you saw some toughness, something that you haven't seen. You didn't see the complaining or the bitching and the moaning that we usually see from them. That was a big difference. I agree with you there.
Every time Auburn 6'9" guys would get their 3 fouls, they'd run over to the bench. You know what Pearl was telling them boys? Hit them harder the next time.
Right.
Just keep hitting them because eventually it'll pay off. And
all right,
and
Joe,
the wear down. That's it.
I appreciate it, Joe. We got Cal on, so I got to let you go here. Here's John Calipari.
Let's go.
Hey, John, you talked a lot about mental health and concerns. I'm curious what you think this can do for the team just finally winning one. And what was the locker room like?
Oh, my God. Was that the first question? Was the first question. This man ain't won a game in 4 games at least. And the first question they ask him is, John, you talk a lot about mental health. I swear the sports guys have given me the funniest year of my life. I cannot believe that was the first question somebody asked him. I
6'9" guys.
I literally can't believe that's the first question he asked.
You know what Pearl was telling them boys? Hit them harder the next time.
Right.
Keep hitting
In
them.
shot, yes. Cal's technical. That's all they.
All
right,
and the wear down. That's it.
I
Yes,
appreciate
Frank.
Joe. We got
Listen-
Cal on, so I
listen
gotta let
to
you
the
go here.
opening of the
Here's John
press
Calipari.
conference.
Hey, John, you talked a lot about mental health and concerns. I'm curious what you think this can do for the team just finally winning one. And what was the locker room like?
Well, here it's as much they're finally playing together. They have to have rewards. We've been making strides for 3 weeks, but you got to have a reward at the end. And so because all the hard work, all the extra conditioning they're doing in shots and then sacrificing for the team, you got to have some reward and you got to win somewhere. And again, we had our marks again where, we had to reel it back in a little bit, but and again, here's the play.
He sounds
Davion
so relieved.
wide open at the top of the key. What? Doesn't shoot it. Throws it to BJ. Wide open. What? Doesn't shoot it. Davion gets it. What's he do? Turns it over. Or it's a bad shot. Every good shot we had late that we missed,
Gillespie.
if you were watching the game, what did we do? We rebounded.
Yeah.
I mean, but you can't rebound a bad shot or a turnover. And I just keep, harping on it. And then the great news, Davion came back and made that three at the top. That's a big play for this team. And it's a big play for Davion. I mean, BJ's playing so much better. You know why? He's playing for his team. All the stuff you saw early on, which was like an AAU game.
Did Coach Calipari just do that to BJ Boston? See, this is why you listen to middays or midnights with Marcus Maven. Could you imagine what BJ Boston heard when he heard, yeah, BJ's not playing for, or he's playing for the team now? You basically just said, we've been losing and BJ Boston been playing bad because he's been playing selfish. You just called him selfish. He know it. His mom and dad know it. His AAU coach know it. Everybody at Sierra Canyon just heard John Calipari say BJ has been playing selfish. And that's why we've been losing. Y'all heard him just say that, right? I cannot believe he just said that. Boy, I'm telling you, he will throw somebody under the bus in a heartbeat. Jeff, I'm screenshotting this now. I am gonna post this at some point in the room. That is pretty funny. But I can't believe he just said that.
You're not seeing it now. Now he's playing, doesn't shoot it, throws it to BJ.
I can't believe he just said that, y'all.
Doesn't shoot it. Davion gets it. What's he do? Turns it over. Or it's a bad shot. Every good shot we had
threw him under the bus
that we missed, if you were watching the game, what did we do? We rebounded.
Yeah.
I mean, but you can't rebound a bad shot.
You
or
really
a turnover.
just threw him under the bus.
And I just keep, harping on it. And then the great news, Davion came back and made that three at the top. That's a big play for this team. And it's a big play for Davion. I mean, BJ's playing so much better.
Davion got 5 games left
for his team. All the stuff you saw early on, which was like an AAU game, you're not seeing it now. Now he's playing for his teammates. And again, a couple rebounds, he and Jacob both, and even Keon, a couple rebounds we needed to get. But, overall 15 assists and 13
and
turnovers.
Still backing up the bus.
Closer. Last game, 11. I'd like it to be 10 to 12, but, the press, the throw-ins, and some of that got us.
100%.
Yes, John. I was gonna ask you about Davion's shot.
Did they put another sports information director in there now? I hadn't heard her voice all year. They are scrambling, y'all, and it is
that's
so
one
funny.
Of the daggers you've been looking for. But I also wanted to ask you about keeping Sharif Cooper off the foul line. He didn't shoot a free throw the whole game. How big was that?
No, it was big, and again, we gave him space. He hit a couple threes, but you got to live with that. And he hit one because we didn't play it right. We went under a pick and roll, and when he gets a clean look that way, he makes it. But he's a terrific player. He creates opportunities. He creates free throws. He creates shots, and he gets to the rim. So he's.
Think about that, y'all. The game plan. Go figure. Keep him off the free throw line. This man literally. Cooper is a lottery pick, y'all. Listen, Cooper's game is to get to the basket and get to the line. Sharif Cooper didn't shoot one free throw, y'all. Could you imagine if you played 36 effing minutes in a game and not one time when you went to the basket did the referees think you got fouled? This is a lottery level point guard, y'all. He didn't shoot one free throw the entire game. And his game is getting to the line. He played 36 minutes, had the ball in his hand the whole game. Not one free throw. Do what y'all want with that. But the stats don't lie on that one.
He makes them go.
John Hale.
Cal, you talked so much about playing through the post. How much was that first 4 minutes of the second half when you played through Olivier and he got open shots on the perimeter for other guys? How close is that to what you envision the offense to look like?
Did you see a little? There are two things that we tweaked.
There you go, asking those questions again.
We did some stuff we haven't done before. Did you guys see it? Slacks, don't laugh. You don't have to laugh at them. So we did some things post-wise and pick and roll wise that was different. And the greatest thing about this team is they respond, they listen, they're smart. And so
does that sound, let me just ask y'all, did that sound like a $9 million coach in the press conference? Did that sound like he's outsmarting the rest of the league? You're asking the media, did we notice, and I say did we notice the differences in your post? I'm going to keep that a secret. Y'all just got to listen, man. Y'all just got to listen.
We're still tweaking how we're playing, but we're playing through post if we can. And now we did some things that if you try to front us, we'll do something different. Here's how we'll play it.
Doesn't he sound like he's figuring out on the fly?
I respect this group. I respect them because of what they've gone through. The Kentucky experience, coming in the summer and the fall and really getting training and weight training and team building and all that we do. Our fans, 24,000 deep, giving us to the finish line of games, which they've done over my 12 years here, like I can't begin to tell you. And even more so,
now he's on fan appreciation.
Kentucky fans.
That's what you do when you get busted.
Tournament, and there's 19,000 fans, 17,000 are our fans. They're raving fans, and things are positive. It's unbelievable. Well, the raving part, when it's not going so good, they're still raving. So we're only hearing that side or feeling that as for these kids who are 18, 19, and 20. They're not me as an adult.
Nobody's 20 but your grad transfers.
I could never coach. Okay, that's fine. I agree with you. Can we move on? That's my answer to it.
I got to hear that again, y'all.
And things are positive. It's unbelievable. Well, the raving part, when it's not going so good, they're still raving. So we're only hearing that side or feeling that as for these kids who are 18, 19, and 20.
Oh.
They're not me as an adult. Like I'm the worst coach ever. I could never coach. Okay, that's fine. I agree with you. Can we move on? That's my answer to it. I agree with you, what you're saying about me. I'm the worst ever. I agree. Can we move on now? Well, these kids are 18, 19, and 20. And I told them for what we've done, the breaks we've had go against us, and you still fight and you still do extra work and you still condition. I respect these guys.
Al Tucker.
Yeah, Cal, Davion has been a guy who clearly is willing to take that shot at the end, who's obviously capable of making that shot at the end. I know he's also a guy who with the NCAA rules, can come back next year. Have you already started selling him on being your sixth-year senior anchor?
I'm worried about Vanderbilt right now. I'm not worried about next year. I'm just telling you guys right now, I want this team to finish and be something people talk about for the next 20 years. I'm trying to get them to believe what I believe. And I'm trying to motivate them that way. I'm trying to breaks we've had go against us.
I got to hear that again.
You still fight and you still do extra work and you still condition. I respect these guys.
Al Tucker.
Yeah, Cal, Davion has been a guy who clearly is willing to take that shot at the end, who's obviously capable of making that shot at the end. I know he's also a guy who with the NCAA rules, can come back next year. Have you already started selling him on being your sixth-year senior anchor?
I'm worried about Vanderbilt right now. I'm not worried about next year. I'm just telling you guys right now, I want this team to finish and be something people talk about for the next 20 years. I'm trying to
they already done that,
what I believe.
Coach.
And I'm trying to motivate them that way. I'm trying to hug them and
they
be positive.
Already done that, Coach.
Here's
I
the
guarantee
tightrope,
that.
Guys. You got to hold them accountable. If you're working on stuff and they just try to do their own thing, it is not acceptable.
Accountable.
If you're getting beat to every ball, we're holding guys accountable. But by holding them accountable to be a team, to be tough, to come up with
Easy
balls.
Mac. I was going to say that.
We're working on it every day so they can carry over and do it in the game. But again, I'm looking at this group, all of them, and just telling them, man, there's no team in the country that's ever gone through what we're just going through. Now, you could say, wait a minute, other teams are going through this, not at Kentucky. If you're working on stuff and they just try to do their own thing, it is
are y'all listening?
If you're getting beat to every ball, we're holding guys accountable. But by holding them accountable to be a team, to be tough, to come up with balls, we're working on it every day so they can carry over and do it in the game. But again, I'm looking at this group, all of them, and just telling them, man, there's no team in the country that's ever gone through what we're just going through. Now, you could say, wait a minute, other teams are going through this, not at Kentucky.
God.
Not at Kentucky.
Who would have known a win would be this fun?
My hope now is these kids get it and we can look back. But I'll tell you, you get another tough game and another tough game and another tough game. There's no easy game. And we just got to worry about us getting better. If we continue to grow and come together as a team and limit these turnovers, because we're not trying to be heroes. We're trying to play basketball as a team and keep defending and blocking shots and rebounding. Winning will take care of itself.
If you're keeping it focused on,
you play four.
You don't even want to let them talk.
In an NCAA tournament team. Back. I remember 2 years ago we did the same, or 3 years ago and we lost 4 in a row. We lost 4 in a row because of who we played and where we played them. And then by the end of the year, you know what? We had our chance.
It is the end of the year.
Cal, circling back on Davion, if you are keeping it focused on this year, how significant is it just for this year then to find a guy who
that's a $9 million hustle,
can make that shot at the end?
Well, that's big for us. You still remember the Vanderbilt game. We did a little hammer screen on the weak side and he knocks it down and ended the game. The one he made today, those are daggers. It takes a unique guy. And I'm going to tell you why. They can't be afraid to miss the shot. I'm not afraid to miss this. That's the one that'll make it. If the guy's eyes are like this and his mouth's moving, probably afraid he's going to miss the shot. All right, now that guy ain't making it. Oh, was it so close? Yeah, but the dude that's not afraid to miss, I'll deal with the miss, but I'm shooting this, and this is a dagger. Proud of him.
Todd, I had no idea wins
All
were
right,
going to be
two
this
more.
funny.
We'll do John Clay, 3 more. Michael Bennett, and then Daryl.
Y'all remember what I said?
Cal, you had a tough time shooting.
Y'all remember what I said a couple post games ago that good SIDs will put a number on it. Once she hears him rambling, she knows I got to put an end to this. The minute your coach starts rambling, you step in and you say, okay, one more. But right now they've been losing so much that they're afraid to like piss off the local media who's online waiting to get a question in. That's why she said 3 more. You never say 3 more. You either say last question or 2 more. Never 3 more questions. You don't put a number there. But again, it's behind the
3
scenes.
all year. Now the last 2 games you've made 14 and 11. What's been the difference there?
Well, John, what have I been telling these kids?
Shoot it. If they go over 10, that's on you, not them.
Happy
Just
Valentine's
keep
Day,
shooting.
everybody.
And when they don't shoot, I take guys out of the game. Now you got to have courage. He's making me shoot this. I might as well try to make it. There's no faking. We're not faking this stuff. You're a good player. You can make these shots. I'm not. I was asked this question. You're telling them to shoot. What happens when they take a bad shot? When you watch me, I don't say one thing on a bad shot. Not one thing, because I don't want it to be an excuse. Well, that's why I thought it was a bad shot. No, I ain't saying anything on a bad shot. Shoot it. Why, John? It may go in, banker, which Jacob made last game.
Might
It
rebound
may
it.
not go in, and we
You
can
might rebound it.
Or they rebounded, and we got everybody back.
Are y'all
What's a
listening to
turnover
this?
lead to? Baskets down the other end.
What is he
What
talking
does
about, y'all?
A bad shot. We can't rebound a bad shot.
Could you
There's
imagine?
no rebound for it. And we're out of position to get back. So
Could you imagine your
Not
player
one thing,
listening
because
to
I don't want it
this?
to be an excuse. And they don't shoot.
If
I
you
take
were a
guys out
player,
of the
if
game.
you were a player listening to this,
Now
because
you
this
got
is
to have
him.
courage. He's making me shoot this. I might as well try to make it. There's no faking. We're not faking this stuff. You're a good player. You can make these shots. I'm not. I was asked this question. You're telling them to shoot. What happens when they take a bad shot? When you watch me, I don't say one thing on a bad shot. Not one thing, because I don't want it to be an excuse. Well, that's why I thought it was a bad shot. No, I ain't saying anything on a bad shot. Shoot it. Why, John? It may go in, banker, which Jacob made last game.
This is funny.
It may
Rebound it.
not go in, and we
You
can
might rebound it. Yeah.
Or they rebounded, and we got everybody back. What's a turnover lead to? Baskets
really
down
funny.
the other end. What does a bad shot? We can't rebound a bad shot. There's no rebound for it. And we're out of position to get back. So part of it is that, and then the other part is we're trying to play faster. Here's what happened. We started fast and we missed 3 open threes. Okay? And then we slowed down. I'm looking at these dudes stop. What I told them prior to the game, I want to see guys smiling. If you're not smiling, I'm taking you out of the game. Smile. Smile. Have fun with this. We're tweaking, we're trying, we're practicing, we're fighting, we're having individual meetings.
Oh my God,
I have you on the
y'all
couch
hear
with a wet rag on your head. I'm doing everything. I'm hugging, hugged a guy, kissed a guy on the forehead. We're doing everything. Smile. Smile.
y'all
What do you
hear
want
that?
this picture to look like? What do you want it to look like? Well, we can do whatever we want. We're good enough to play with anybody in this league, and we're good enough to get beat by anybody in this league.
Michael Bennett.
Oh my
John,
God!
I'm
y'all hear
with you.
him?
I completely respect this team a lot. They're 6-13, yet they continue to fight. And of course, you got a lot of games where you've lost with within one possession, and they could have easily have given up. What are you saying during practice, before the games, halftime to keep?
Okay. Hugging and kissing works, huh? Don't worry about the bad shot. Hold on, y'all. Because here's I have to do this right now. I know y'all don't want me to do this. Listen, it don't sound right. It don't sound great. Let me just okay, y'all. Hold on. Hold on. This is what I have to do, y'all. Hold on. We got to listen, there's somebody who I don't usually give props to, but we got to give props to. But I got to find it first. Okay. Okay, it's not Malik. Oh, hold on. I screwed it up. I screwed it up again. Let me click that. Hold on. Okay, I can't find it. But listen, y'all. Even Andy Sweeney called out this question. Andy Sweeney called out this question for being like one of the most
them fighting the way that they are.
Hold on.
And we're
hold on.
Okay.
Hold on. Listen, Andy deserves better on this one, y'all. Because listen, I do give him a hard time, right? Hold on. But he didn't have much to say during the game. I will say that. Oh, wait, hold on. What's Andy's what is it? What's his Twitter? Hold on. Let me find his Twitter real quick. Okay, I saw it. Okay, I will give him credit on this one. Okay. He didn't write it out. Okay. So now I'm gonna take a little credit from him. He didn't quote it, y'all. He didn't quote it. He did not quote it. So I'm gonna take back a little bit of I was gonna give him full props because I thought he quoted it. But this is what he did. Okay. Instead of quoting it, Andy posted, "There is not an emoji for honk." And he posted the sound clip. But he did not post the quote of what the guy said. I don't know why. Well, I do know why, but I'll let y'all, decide that on your own.
Okay.
But listen,
and then we slow down
to this question, y'all.
I'm looking at these dudes. Stop.
Listen
what
to
I told them prior to the game.
question.
I want to see guys smiling.
This is what Andy was calling out.
If you're not smiling, I'm taking you out of the game. Smile. Smile. Have fun with this.
If you're not smiling, I'm taking you out.
We're tweaking. We're trying. We're practicing. We're fighting. We're having individual meetings. I have you on a couch with a wet rag on your head. I'm doing everything. I'm hugging. Hug the guy. Kiss the guy on the forehead. We're doing everything. Smile. And we're out of position to get back. So part of it is that, and then the other part is we're trying to play faster. Here's what happened. We started fast and we missed 3 open threes. Okay? And then, you're telling them to shoot. What happens when they take a bad shot? When you watch me, I don't say one thing on a bad shot.
I had to
not one thing, because I don't want it to be an excuse. Well, that's why I thought it was a bad shot. No, I ain't saying anything on a bad shot.
Are y'all listening?
Why, John? It may go in, banker, which Jacob made last game.
Might rebound
it. May not go in, and we
might rebound it. Yeah.
Or they rebounded, and we got everybody back. What's a turnover lead to? Baskets down the other end. What does a bad shot? We can't rebound a bad shot. There's no rebound for it. And we're out of position to get back. So part of it is that. And then the other part is we're trying to play faster. Here's what happened. We started fast and we missed 3 open threes. Okay. And then we slowed down. I'm looking at these dudes. Stop. what I told him prior to the game, I want to see guys smiling. If you're not smiling, I'm taking you out of the game. Smile. Smile. Have fun with this. We're tweaking. We're trying. We're practicing. We're fighting. We're having individual meetings. I have you on a couch with a wet rag on your head. I'm doing everything. I'm hugging.
Right.
Hug the guy.
I didn't think you're allowed to
kiss the guy on the forehead. We're doing everything. Smile. Smile. What do you want this picture to look like? What do you want it to look like? Well, we can do whatever we want. We're good enough to play with anybody in this league, and we're good enough to get beat by anybody in this league.
Michael Bennett.
John, I'm with you. I completely respect this team a lot. They're 6-13, yet they continue to fight. And of course, you got a lot of games where you've lost with within one possession. And they could have easily have given up. What are you saying during practice, before the games, halftime, to keep them fighting the way that they are?
Oh, well, one of the things, like I told you before this game, you got to look at this game as though we won the last play. That block was a jump ball, and we won the game. How would you be feeling about this game now? In this sport, when you play this many games, you can't let a loss lead you to another loss, whether you're coaching or playing. And for me, I just want to keep painting the picture that I believe in you. We have some flaws. We have some limitations. But guess what? So does everybody else. And we also have enough.
No, you just had the number one recruiting class in the country.
30-some years. We have enough to win. The mental toughness, physical toughness is the thing that's still in flux. If we ever get that, like today it was Isaiah. The rest of the guys couldn't come near a ball, but Isaiah did. But what if we had 2 or 3 guys playing like Isaiah?
You played
can
Isaiah
have a bad
12
shooting night and
minutes
still
last
win.
game, Coach.
So I'm, I just stay on them. I'm meeting with them individually. My concern individually is just tell me how you are. I mean, really tell me. How are you getting through this? Are you looking at any of this social media? No. Are you looking at it? Because if you are, you're not very smart. Leave it alone. And again,
oh
how
God,
are you letting steam off? This stuff is different. I mean,
this is incredible, y'all.
Like I said, they got nowhere to go. They can't even be in each other's rooms. They can't be with a girlfriend. They can't be with their families. I mean, this group, this young, being what they've been through and doing what they're doing, I'm proud of them.
I will agree with
this
that.
This may be one of those years, if we keep this going, that I
it is hard on
this
the
was
kids.
The greatest year for me ever.
But they are going around their girlfriends.
Say it, you're the worst coach ever. I agree with you. Can we move on now? You don't know how to play and coach play. You're right. I agree with you. Let's move on. All I can tell you is this team's fighting for the university.
No, they're fighting
for the athletic department.
Tyrone,
they haven't
we
given
are
up
on
bit,
tonight.
And neither has our staff. Thanks.
They're fighting for the university.
John Calipari's press conference.
Tyrone,
we
presented
to you by Kentucky Office of Highway Safety. Drive
Sky
or get
Sky is the choice.
267-9680 if you want to get in on the show. If you want to call in, you can do it that way.
Maestro, yeah, that's funny.
437-9680 if you want to get in on the UTF.
It comes with 3 basketballs.
Line.
Let's see how good I am already.
I don't know. I mean, Calipari, if you're not smiling, I'm taking you out. And they've been the weakest thing I've ever heard in my life. If you're not smiling, Jason Ince, Jack Grossman, smile. If you don't smile, you're off the show.
That's funny.
Out. You're on the street. You got to smile.
Does this game work, y'all?
I didn't think it could get worse.
We're good enough. We're good enough to beat every team in the SEC, and we're good enough to lose to every team in the SEC. It might be my all-time.
I don't know what you meant by that.
Favorite. What the hell is
okay? Hold on.
We're good enough to beat every team, but we're good enough to.
I still haven't hit yet, y'all.
I mean.
This might end up being my favorite year. Not the year we won the national title.
Yeah, this
but
year.
the year that the players didn't quit and they
Darn
were
it.
7 games under 500.
Yeah, they're 6-13. This is my favorite
Darn it.
year. This is my
We're
favorite.
still
You know what,
missing.
Jason?
Oh my God.
This is my favorite year too. I love watching subpar basketball. I like watching
While being quarantined.
While being quarantined with COVID, and you know, this is my favorite year. I let the COVID's going on. You had the Capitol riots.
They can't be in each other's rooms.
You've had 17.
This game is suspect.
Local and federal government. This is my favorite year ever. Jack, is this your favorite year?
Here comes MAGA Strebel.
Yeah, MAGA Strebel's here. It's
not
my
working.
favorite freaking year ever.
Still not
Count
hitting.
too. 2020 and 2021 has been a blessing. I go
Darn
to
it.
church and I go to mass and I kneel down. I pray to the crucifix on the wall. I think, thank you, Jesus and God and everyone in heaven, all the saints and all the martyrs in heaven. Thank you for this year. This has been great. Calipari's just so damn happy. This is the best year he's ever had as a coach.
I got my first
You can
one,
say
y'all.
I suck. You can say I stink. Okay, let's move on. No, we're not moving on. Why am I mad? After a win, they have a 2-point win over Auburn. And
We
he's
went
out
with
there
Sky,
acting
Tyrone.
like, yeah,
I'm gonna have to
if
get
we
a
just
sponsor
smile
for the
and hug
midnight
and
show.
kiss and make out and do all these things. Everything's going to be fine.
So if y'all have
We're
a
doing
beer,
this NCAA
a
tournament. I'm
pub, a
exhausted.
brewery, a
I'm just
distillery,
so exhausted.
you can sponsor
with
the
everything.
midnight show.
Well, he said this may be my
Now we'll have
favorite
your
year
beer
as a
or your
coach.
drink of choice
That's
on the
it.
midnight show.
That's it.
Is that the most Patino
That
thing
may be
he's
the
ever
most-
said?
Look, I mean,
There you
this is
go.
Something that Andy Sweeney's been talking about for months now. Just
There you go. When I tell y'all, you cannot go in on Kentucky without having to bring up a Louisville reversal, right? That's what I'm talking about. That came from Andy. Or if it didn't come directly from a text message from Andy, it came from Jack trying to impress Andy. Rick Pitino ain't have nothing to do with none of this stuff. He's been going 2-3 years. And that's the joke you came up with in the middle of him saying, I'm tired of it. He's talking about Calipari and his lame excuses. And Jack Grossman, who around the office is known as Andy Sweeney's bootlicker, for lack of a better phrase. Why would you bring up Rick Pitino? This man is 5-6-13. What that got to do with Rick Pitino? But y'all see what I'm saying? Like it's like there's a rule book that says
Calipari transformation into Rick Pitino and hug and kiss.
You literally have to bring up a Louisville dig.
Everything's going to be fine, and we're going to win
You
the
have
SEC
to.
tournament. I'm exhausted.
Because
I'm
other
just
than that,
so exhausted
Sweeney's not impressed.
with everything.
Listen.
When he said this may be my favorite year as a coach, that's it.
Is that the most?
That's it.
Is that the most Patino
That may
thing
be
he's
the
ever
most-
said?
Look, I mean, this is
See what I'm
something that
saying?
Andy Sweeney's been talking about for months now.
Y'all hear
the
that?
Calipari transformation
You hear that?
into Rick
Sweeney has been
Pitino
talking about it for
is
months.
almost complete.
That's an
It's
exact
almost
1-to-1
complete.
correlation.
He's been
Calipari sucks, and you're trying to make him a
few
Pitino
years.
now.
That's why we've seen not subpar, but like just okay Kentucky teams, like Kentucky teams that can't make it to the Final Four, but they might get you to the
Pitino
Sweet
had
16
Anthony
or the
Simons
NBA.
and
The
Romeo
reason
Langford
is
coming
because
in.
Cal's been in a cocoon. He's been turning into Rick Pitino. That's why. And now he's
Y'all hear that? It's
Flap his wings and
yes,
fly
it's
away.
pathetic.
he's done the
It's
metamorphosis.
It's
In the
pathetic.
Look at you with the big
he's
words.
well. I am a science teacher. He's done the metamorphosis in the
It's
pupa,
pathetic.
and he's emerged as a
Y'all hear that
butterfly,
though, right?
As a Rick Pitino butterfly. Well, actually, it's a bat. Because he's Dracula. He's
Think
emerged
about that.
as the Rick Pitino bat
Without
And
the
he-
white suit.
without
Think
the
about
white-
that. They're 5-13, 6-13, and they found a way. Not even halfway into it. Listen, the post-game show is 1 hour and 13 minutes. Less than 30 minutes into the show, they've turned this poop show into some kind of way being about Rick Pitino and Louisville. This is the UK post-game show. That man, I seen what you said, Maestro. That man been gone almost 4 years. And that's what you bring up. That's my thing. Like, guys at 93.9 The Ville bringing up Bobby Petrino every chance they get. They're just bootlicking Kentucky. And here's the problem. Like, here's the thing. I talked to Rondo. I talked to Wayne Turner. Like they all know that I respect the players of Kentucky. I respect that. But what I don't respect is the media and listen, and I'm talking about media who doesn't have any skin in the game. You're not from here, you didn't play here, but you're comfortable always talking about Louisville and not Kentucky. So that means you're not neutral. You're just bootlicking to try to advance your career. Those are the people that I can't stand. Jack is an Indiana fan. Why would you bring up Rick Pitino? What what would that do for Jack to bring up Rick Pitino? Tom Crean sucks. Like, what are you talking about? Sean Miller, like, they suck. Why would you bring up Rick Pitino? You get my point? Be neutral if you're going to be neutral. It's pathetic.
Dude, he's flapping around and he's lying and he's saying all kinds of crazy things that you're like, that doesn't make sense. He's been turning into Rick Pitino.
Yeah, Rick Pitino had one of the top. He had one of his best recruiting.
He's done the
Rick Pitino had Jordan Warren and Steven, all those guys ready to go.
Well, I am a science
teacher.
teacher. He's done the metamorphosis in the pupa, and he's emerged as a butterfly, as a Rick Pitino butterfly. Well, actually, it's a bat. Because he's Dracula.
This is why I do this show, y'all.
As the Rick Pitino bat.
Without the white suit.
Without the white suit. He's flapping around and he's lying and he's saying all kinds of crazy things that you're like, that doesn't make sense. And John Hale looks at the Zoom to Larry Vaught and they use a quizzical glance. Like, did that make sense? No, it doesn't make sense. We had to plow on with the press conference. I don't know what else to think. I don't know.
A couple of things. One, our guy Andy Sweeney says Treble doesn't go to church.
And Sweeney's listening and texting in.
He got to stay home and not work.
And he's texting in during
so
the
couple things
post.
for the press conference for me. One,
so you didn't think that came from
playing America's worst quiz show ever.
Think Jack's comment didn't come from
John Calipari
Sweeney.
asked you to answer a stupid, asinine question. Just sit there. I don't care if it's 10 minutes of silence. Stop playing the game.
Would do that. I wish they would just look at him.
John, I can't remember if it was Kyle Tucker or John Hale did that a couple weeks ago, and it was silence for like 90 seconds. Well, they just had this. I couldn't see it, obviously, but they just had this.
My shot's off, y'all.
Standoff. And Cal finally gave in.
Yeah.
And answered his own question. Stop answering his questions. Just let him sit there and stew, and eventually he'll move on and he'll stop playing this horrible quiz show that nobody would.
I'm gonna get good at this, and I'm gonna show y'all a video how good I am
today. And even Steve Rummage was like, "Hey, I'll give UK media some credit because they're basically like trying to put it to Cal with some of these questions. Like they're almost on the verge of clowning him with some of these questions. And look, look, man. I mean, here's the deal. Just the tip.
Just the throat. I mean, just the tip. Yeah, you're right. Sorry.
Oh my God. I don't have to dump that, do I? Anyway,
we're just being honest here.
He went from asking scathing questions in a couple press conferences to back to like me, Cal.
Oh, it's Valentine's Day week. It's Valentine's Day weekend,
and
Valentine's
Day weekend.
And he was ready to go.
Yeah, I guess you're ready to go. But
who got? By the way, who gets more alone time? You on Valentine's Day, Strebel, or Cal on his birthday with the wife? I don't know why. I thought.
Did y'all hear that question out of Jack?
I'm just gonna be over. Just the throat.
Listen to the question from Jack, y'all.
Oh my God. I don't have to dump that, do I? Anyway,
just a tip.
We're just being honest here.
Listen to this question, y'all.
Asking scathing questions in a couple press conferences to back to like me, Cal.
Oh, it's Valentine's Day week. It's Valentine's Day weekend,
and Valentine's Day weekend.
And he was ready to go.
Yeah, I guess you're ready to go. But
who got? By the way, who gets more alone time? You on Valentine's Day, Strebel, or Cal on his birthday with the wife? I don't know why. I thought.
What about that question, y'all?
I'm just gonna be over. I'm just gonna be over here.
What?
Y'all hear that question?
Trying to process.
Like, is that what y'all do over there? Is that what y'all do over there?
I don't know, Jack. I did fine. I'll just leave it there.
That might be the weirdest question I've ever heard on the post-game show.
But where does that come from, y'all?
What was that? But you took a dead marlin, because they're gigantic fish.
Right,
You
easy,
just
Matt.
threw it on the desk
and did so while the Kool-Aid man,
Chris,
boom, boom,
he's
right
just running up and down the
It's
floor.
more alone time. You and Valentine's Day are counting his birthday. I don't know what their
Jeff,
intimate relationship is. I know
Jeff,
what mine
welcome.
is.
You got banned on
I don't know
Facebook. What you do?
I can't.
Our guy Kevin Hale just said that was a Sweeney question.
Yes. You know what, Charles? I'm now.
It
Yep.
really was.
That's a
All right,
fact.
let's
What you
go
said.
One thing real quick.
I think go to the text line,
fact.
but go ahead, make your point. We'll
So
do some
this
text.
is a direct
Huge
quote
difference.
from
Championships
the
in
press
multiple
conference.
schools.
Quote, there are two things that we tweaked offensively. We did some stuff we haven't done before. Did you guys see it? We did some things post-wise and pick
What
and
you do to get
roll-wise
banned, Jeff?
that was different.
What?
What the hell is Cal talking about?
You know what?
Here's
I
what
don't
was
know.
different. You made baskets today.
No, yeah.
They made
You hit
I had
shots.
to do
You
this.
didn't tweak anything, Cal. The ball just went in when BJ Boston shot it versus all the other times where it didn't
That's
go
a great
in.
point. I mean, you know what?
That was what won the game. It wasn't you being
a genius.
Hocus pocus, miraculous Cal, and I pulled a tweak. No.
They hit shots.
BJ Boston put the ball inside the round cylinder
I gotta get
instead of hitting the round
I
cylinder.
gotta get the charger, the computer charger.
Isaiah Jackson went up and tomahawked on dudes.
Looked like
That's
an NBA
what won the
first round
game.
draft pick. No, you're right. No, I agree with you. It wasn't some magic
He
trick. You're
always
right. It
looked
wasn't
like a
magic
draft
tricks.
pick.
Kentucky made shots. Isaiah Jackson looked like an NBA lottery pick type dude with his athleticism and his defense. It wasn't a magic tweak. BJ Boston hit shots. He's hit shots the last two games.
Yeah.
I'll give him credit there. He's hit shots the last two games. He's been good. The rest of the team around him hasn't been as good as he has. Isaiah Jackson stepped up today, played really well. Keon Brooks stepped up today, played really well. Davion Mintz hit big shots in the second half. It wasn't a magic trick. It was just shots
they
went
hit
in.
everything
Isaiah
today.
Jackson played up to potential. BJ Boston played
They hit
up
everything
to
'cause
potential.
Auburn is
We've been
11
missing
and
that
11.
the entire season. Now, maybe Calipari's doing some psychological stuff behind the scenes with those guys, but from what I'm seeing,
Well,
there
no,
was
it was pick and roll,
There
apparently.
wasn't. Pick and roll. Pick and roll. BJ Boston hits threes, and Isaiah Jackson gets offensive rebounds and dunks the ball. That's not pick and roll.
Here's the pick and roll tweak. You
Yeah,
put
right.
the lineup
Like,
and
I don't
rolled
know
the
what
ball
they're
out,
talking
and they went out and did well.
I mean, Olivier Sarr hit, 4-3 last game, only hit one today. He's only 1 of 3 today. There wasn't anything spectacular that he did.
Okay, best three-point shooter according to Jimmy Dykes.
According to Jimmy Dykes. But look, he's a friend of the show, so let's slow our roll on Jimmy Dykes.
I'm not making fun of Jimmy Dykes,
Let's
I'm
make
just
fun of
saying that
Tom
one-
Hart. If we're gonna make somebody, let's make fun of Tom Hart. All right, so let's go to the text line,
Start
Jason. We got
recording
anything coming in the
Yeah.
UPS Jobs text line 437-9680?
A lot of them. 437-9680 here. Sharif Cooper is a bum. I take David Johnson over him. Finally played Jackson
Okay.
and Brooks together.
David Johnson.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's something that fans have actually been clamoring for to play those
It's
two.
the best energy of the front
Well,
court. And Brooks can step out.
Well, it's the most athletic front court for Kentucky. Olivier Sarr isn't as athletic as either Keon Brooks or Isaiah Jackson. You have two extremely athletic guys and two good defenders. Olivier Sarr stinks on defense. I won't hear anything else.
Yeah.
Keon Brooks and Isaiah Jackson can both defend, and Keon Brooks can score. Isaiah Jackson can rebound.
Yes, the game changed after the Tech fouls against Auburn became ridiculous. They only called 3 shooting fouls on Kentucky the entire game. Kentucky took 15 more chances at the line.
That's a
You can
Louisville
thank the
fan.
refs.
That's a Louisville fan, 100%.
Is this Sweeney or Strebel? Come on, Strebel. Sweeney has taken your voice.
No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. Everything I'm saying is 100% honest.
Y'all hear that?
Strebel, you should celebrate the win by sniffing some panties tonight.
Shut up.
Satterpari.
I think the texture, the duck.
Satapari. Y'all hear this, right? Y'all hear this? They're in the middle of making of calling out Coach Calipari, who's a Hall of Famer, lifetime coach. And your joke is Satterpari. Satterfield's from Appalachian State. He's starting his 3rd year at Louisville. And the best you got is Satterpari. So y'all hear this, right? So I've been hearing this a long time. I'm glad that we can actually get here at nights and listen to this. So y'all can follow me, y'all can subscribe to the channel, and y'all can spread the gospel that I preach. Because I'm like y'all, and they messed around and let me behind the scenes. And I want y'all to see how bad this is. Because I got to listen to it on a daily basis. And I'm glad y'all get to hear it in detail, in review. It's just like film review. This is like good old-fashioned film review when y'all listen to this stuff. Let's go with it. Stop hating on Satterfield. Hold on, let me get back to it.
Talk about that Auburn not getting calls and getting cheered.
Oh, the Louisville fan one.
Louisville fan text.
It really is. I mean, Louisville.
Listen to Jack.
We have a lot of Louisville fans that do listen to the show and text in and call in. I appreciate all of you, but don't try to steal our joy, our 2-point win joy over Auburn. We're hugging and kissing. Crean and Jason have already hugged multiple times today, so we've it's permeating into the studio. I'm not lying about anything. You guys hugged all over the place.
I ain't trying to get COVID. Come on. He said he didn't get mad when a player misses a three. So who was that threw his clipboard 20 feet after Allen missed? He is right. Question. People will be talking about this team for 20 years. Yeah, not in a good way. Mm-hmm. I think I heard Round Daddy start talking in tongues about church at one point. Did he pull a snake out from under the table?
No, I'm not a snake handler.
This team are champions in the game
of life. To this, y'all. Listen.
If the full transformation will happen. If Calipari gives the exiting players like championship life rings.
Think about this joke, y'all. He's making fun of Rick Pitino giving one of the best teams in Louisville, the guys that couldn't make the tournament, giving them rings. Think about this. Their football team literally gave the whole team rings for just beating Louisville. Coach Pitino pulled Louisville out of a tournament and felt like he had to do something for his grad transfers and seniors and got them rings. They gave their whole football team rings for beating Louisville.
Then he gets Boston
or a banner.
He gets like Damian Lee and Trey Lewis.
Exactly. Yep. If they after the season, after they lose in the first or second game of the SEC tournament, if Calipari gives rings to Olivier Sarr, Isaiah Jackson, BJ Boston, and Terrence Clark,
and Mintz,
and I think Mintz will come back. That's
and Allen as he transfers.
Yeah,
out.
now if he gives those guys.
No, Allen doesn't get one. He doesn't like Allen.
Allen doesn't get one.
Askew gets one. Askew comes back.
Exactly. Yeah, Allen doesn't get one. But no, I think Mintz will come back. That's starting to pick up steam with Mintz.
Crean Sweeney pointed out we need you to mark and cut. I'm not a snake handler.
I'm not.
Crean is lost.
We don't handle snakes in the Catholic faith. It's true.
That's not what I've heard. There's a scandal that says otherwise.
Good grief, Jason. I mean, let's not get political here. And,
no, he put in high-low stuff for Sarr, Jackson, and Brooks.
But Askew comes back.
Exactly. Yeah, Allen doesn't get one.
Y'all hear that?
I think Mintz will come back. That's starting to pick up steam with Mintz.
Crean Sweeney pointed out we need you to mark and cut. I'm not a snake handler.
Y'all think this is funny?
I'm not.
Listen to this, y'all.
Is lost.
We don't handle snakes in the Catholic faith. It's true.
That's not what I've heard. There's a scandal that says otherwise.
Good grief, Jason. I mean, let's not get political here. And
well, that's a cancel culture
he put
moment.
in high-low stuff for Sarr, Jackson, and Brooks. This is just mean. Once again, two dumbest people on radio. Look, don't talk about Streeble and Crean like that. All right, they're my friends. Y'all be nice.
If I'm dumb, that's fine. I appreciate you listening and taking time out of your day to listen to a dummy and text into the show. I appreciate that. Thank you.
There was same texture. There was a difference. If you knew basketball, you would know, and we all laugh at you two jokers.
If I knew okay, what's the difference? You tell me what the difference is. The basketball Benny. I'm going to pull a Cal on you, basketball Benny. What was the difference? What's the difference? Look, they won the game. I'm happy with the win. I'm excited that they won the game. I don't know if I'm excited, but I'm happy they won the game. But the difference between them winning this game and losing other games is they're hitting shots. They hit shots, and Isaiah Jackson turned into an NBA-type player today. He was really, really good. And I'm not taking anything away from Kentucky. They played good enough to win the game. But when you're up 13 points and down the stretch, you cannot manufacture efficient half-court offense.
Yeah, like I don't know what that was. Right, like I don't. Yeah, like y'all hear that? Okay, we'll close that. We'll close that. Okay, we are going to change the speed because, yeah, that was about enough of that. There was about enough of that. Look, I'm saying if y'all wonder what I was doing, I was trying to look around that and type. Let's listen to a little bit of this. So let's transition into the football a little bit. We lost Coach Ledford.
Can you just, what's the...
Okay, we lost Coach Ledford. This is his replacement. They're better after a loss. Satterfield's coaching. Yeah, I thought his right. I thought his record was decent. Yeah, that was kind of interesting. Okay, so now we're over here. Let's do a little bit of this.
Last few weeks been like for you.
This is my new offensive line coach, y'all. Tell me if y'all like him or not.
And now
I know y'all know a lot about Big now.
Practices into spring ball a couple weeks later.
I'll tell you what, it's been awesome. You know, I always think God has a plan. I really think it worked in this situation. You know, I've always known about Coach Sat, always heard about him. I think everybody in the country knows they run the outside zone probably as good as anybody. And I felt like we did the same thing at Kansas City. When I was at the Chiefs, 2012, we had Jamal Charles. If you took around the way the quarterbacks were running, we led the league in actual rushing yards. You know what I mean? I think Michael Vick and some of those guys were in the league at that time. But so I fell in love with the outside
y'all give
zone.
me your
So
comments. It's like
kind of
first
ironic
impressions of our new offensive line coach.
I actually wanted to come here and study Louisville. You know, even if I was still at Auburn, I was going to try.
I loved hearing that, y'all. Auburn coach, outside zone, loves it at Louisville. Even if he had remained the Auburn coach, he was going to come here and study it with Louisville.
Trying to get up here and see what they were doing with the outside zone.
A lot of people feel that
obviously
way.
We got let go at Auburn, and then, you know, just like anything, you know, you try to get. I knew Gunnar Brewer. That was my one contact to the staff. Probably my best contact, and so you know, I just got an opportunity to talk to Coach Sat, and we interviewed, and here I am. So it's a big thrill. I love this area. We're really excited, my wife and I, and can't wait to. I really like the feel of this team. You know, it's kind of a blue collar, gritty, unentitled team. You know, that these guys.
Tell me what y'all think about it.
These guys want to win, and the atmosphere and the
extremely honest
intensity has been great so far.
Jeff, yeah, I cringe.
Who else needs roofing help this winter? Enrollment is
Come
still
on, Go
open for
Cards.
our
That
roofing
listen,
relief
they put a
program.
ton of commercials on their stuff, y'all.
Hey, Coach Bignell, it's Cameron from the Courier Journal. First, welcome to Louisville.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm curious. Obviously, you're just a few, I think maybe a week, 3 or 4 practices into the spring. But what are your impressions of the offensive line? I think everybody kind of considers it a pretty deep group coming back for Louisville.
Yeah, I think it is a deep group. It's kind of nice. When I got to Auburn, they told me all 5
This is why I
guys
told
left,
y'all I
you know
really
what I
like
mean?
the
I was
offensive line. This is why I scored them
you
so
know,
high.
And we actually had a kid that played our center played the last 5 games, but the 5 starters from Auburn the year before were all gone. And so this is the opposite. You know, we got some guys that have played some football before, and hopefully I can come in and give them some of the insight and some of the experiences I've had to help them get better, you know. And but I really like the group. I really feel like, you know,
I
there's
know what you're
some
saying,
experience there. You know, you talk about Nato and Renato Brown and Adonis Boone. I'm kind of glancing at my depth chart because I mean,
I'm glad he feels like he likes
the one thing you got to do
line
is come
goes
in
so
here and
far.
learn the offense. You know what I mean? So you're scrambling around trying to, you know, like there's certain, like black to me is left and sometimes it's right. So I might be looking left, the play's going right. So, I mean, I'm getting better as I go. But on top of that, you got to kind of get a feel for your players. And that's hard until you're actually out there and practicing. But, you know, you got Adonis, Renato, Caleb, obviously Cole. Those guys, you know, have all played. Josh, and I'll tell you what, Trevor Reed, man, that's just walking in here. That's an awfully
Trevor Reed, I told y'all.
You know, really explosive and really good player. So
listen
Trevor
to him
Reed,
talk about
man,
listen to him talk about his
all
line.
those guys, you know, have all played. Josh,
This
you
is
know,
him
you got
talk about
Adonis,
his new
Renato,
line.
Caleb, obviously Cole. Those guys, you know, have all played. Josh, and I'll tell you what, Trevor Reed, man, that's just walking in here. That's an awfully, you know, really explosive and really good player. So, you know, and then I could go through the other guys also. So it's a deep group. I think the best thing about that is you can have some competition. You know, they can't. They know they got to be pressed every day. They got to bring it. So
I can tell he's a
I'm really
football
excited
guy.
about it. I think we're gonna have a chance to be really good up front.
Hey, Coach, this is Matt McGavick with Sports Illustrated. First of all, welcome to Louisville.
Thank you.
What would you say your overall coaching style, coaching philosophy, what would you describe it as?
Well, I would just have to say my dad was a coach till he was 70, you know, and he told me to treat
As a
every
long-term
player like
coach,
their
y'all
own
won.
son, you know, and that would be the number one thing. I always try to keep that in mind. You know, if you get on them, love them up, don't let them
I'm
go
sure they
home
do. Easy, Matt.
upset. You know what I mean? But you know, I wasn't always easy on my own son, and I just told him that. I said, I can coach you to be average. I can coach you not to improve, or I can every single time I see 1 inch wrong step, I could be on your butt. You know what I mean? But the big thing I always tell them, look, if I'm yelling, number one, half the time music's going, I don't have to yell, or it's you and I. But if I'm yelling at you,
You don't like the music.
that's never going to be in a demeaning way, or never going to be in a disrespectful way. It's going to be out of love and caring for you to get you better. You know what I mean? I could be your buddy and you probably love me. And, you know, same thing with my son. You don't treat your son that way because it's a cold, hard world out there. So it's the same type of thing. You know what I mean?
Hard coaching.
But as long as they know you love and care for them, they're going to play hard for you. And I do believe that that's important because if they don't feel that way, you're never going to get the most out of them that you could.
Hey, Coach Michael McCammon from Cardinal Authority. You're kind of new to the program, so you kind of bring an outsider's
pretty
view.
comfortable.
Last year didn't go obviously the way that this team wanted to. Do you get a sense as kind of the new guy, the hunger, the chip on the shoulder? Is that there for them?
Yeah, I do. I really do. I think it is. You know, I didn't even watch last year's games. You know, I know they were. We just had a thing. I watched a little bit of one, and I know they're down by like 5 to Notre Dame, and you know, so they had some close games. But
okay, 5 seconds, y'all.
All Ivy, Player of the Year, first round draft pick.
Last year was a crazy year. I mean, everybody's like, back in March, it's like, oh yeah.
I didn't like
guys
him
just go
confessing
out,
this,
oh,
but I
man,
agree with him.
It would be wonderful. You could just get out on the field. You know what I mean? Just somehow do it. Risk your life. You know what I mean? And then at the end of the year, you're fired because you didn't win enough games. Meanwhile, nobody talks about, well, my starting guard was out with COVID, and, you know, you're just in and out with COVID. That's what's crazy about last year. You know what I mean? It's like, well, it was just amazing to me because I thought everybody's just going to get a free pass. You know what I mean? Just go out there and try to compete, do the best you can. But obviously, that's not the way it went. But that was wrong because the things that teams faced last year with this whole thing was just amazing. So,
yeah, he's like Dino Gaudio, honest.
You do get a sense, man, that and I just don't know if it's Coach Satterfield's, personality and how they want to play for him, or if there is a little bit of that. Anytime you don't have a great year the year before, you come back that next year.
They know their name was on the line.
A little bit of a different attitude, but I'm just going to be honest with you. That's what's jumped out at me, man. This is kind of a gritty, seem like great young men, and they are competing and they're fighting hard. So that's really exciting for me, and I use the word entitled. I don't think they are entitled. You get to some of these programs, guys feel like, hey, I'm a 5-star guy. Why aren't I just starting?
Listen,
because I didn't give you the 5 stars. I don't know who gave you the 5 stars. You know what I mean? If Bill Belichick gave it to you, let me know, and it'll mean more to me. But that's what these guys, and I don't get that feeling here, man. Everybody's competing and fighting to play.
Coach, hey, it's Jody again. You've been obviously around a lot of good coaches in your career. I assume your dad was kind of the guy
all
that
new
you
coaches
took
like
the
their own
most
players.
from. But is there other guys that you've looked up to kind of in your career that you've kind of molded things a little bit after?
Yeah,
right.
My dad, number one. 100%.
He's saying too much
not
sometimes.
Even close. You know what I mean? And so it's just number one, he's my dad. Number two, I played for him. You know what I mean? And so I think anytime coach,
he's obviously not afraid to coach
that's
family
a big
hard.
influence on you because you've looked up to those guys. So I think that for sure my dad and I'll tell you, Coach, that reminds me a lot of my dad in a lot of ways, man. It's amazing. He he cares for you and he cares for your family and things. And so you would die for that guy. I would, you know what I mean? And all the people here would too. But that's one philosophy. But I've got
he does sound like he
all
likes
the
being
coaches
here.
I've been around. Probably Coach Coughlin at the Giants would be the next,
So I have a remote job where I work from home and work only 5 hours a week. But the
Boy,
craziest
come on,
part is I
y'all.
get
Y'all
paid
sticking
around
way too many commercials on
you learn a lot from that guy and that whole staff. The one thing about the NFL, it's kind of like
Brian, Jeff,
worry
and that's
about
it.
alumni, class,
Brian
none
Hall.
of that stuff. And so it's 24 hours a day.
And he ain't grabbing sound until the show starts.
Football. You don't recruit. You don't have to call anybody. So
I agree.
To me, that's where I learned kind of how to be a coach, the pace of what it would take, and some of the ins and outs. So I took a lot from the Giants, but really everywhere I've been, Joe Philbin was a great guy at the Dolphins, Romeo Crennel, and at the Chiefs, and
100%.
Matt Luke at Ole Miss, and then
but I was guilty
of course
of that
Coach
too.
Malzahn. At probably the next guy would be Coach Malzahn. And Matt Luke, those two guys, because they're in line with my philosophy.
This dude coach with a whole bunch of Hall of Famers.
This isn't, this is all about caring and a family and all those things. Some people talk about it, but they don't always do it.
As a quick follow-up to that, you mentioned the recruiting and being in the NFL. It's totally different in the college game. You have a reputation as a really good recruiter, kind of your philosophy in recruiting, and you've been in a lot of places. Kind of, do you have an area, or are you more of, okay, I just got to work your connections in a lot of places that you have?
Yeah, what happens to the old line coach sometimes, we have so many guys to recruit. We got to recruit half the offense, you know what I mean? And so you always want to try to get a good relationship with each one of those players. So like at Ole Miss, I signed 7 guys. Well, I was all over the place going to see those 7 guys every week. 2 in Atlanta, 1 was Illinois, 1 was Nanawoya, Mississippi. You know what I mean? So your whole week was doing that. If you're the tight end coach, you might have a bigger area because you might have less guys to recruit, if that makes sense. So I'm going to take New Jersey, where I was born, but a lot of it's going to be like you said. I mean, I was the head coach at Louisiana Tech for 8 years.
He knows everybody.
I got contacts there, so it is.
Circles.
But to me, recruiting is number one about evaluation. People forget the evaluation part of it. Just saying this guy's a 5-star and we got to go recruit him, that's a big mistake. I go, you got to evaluate him figure out which guy, especially in the old line.
Good answer, Coach.
Which guy is going to develop? What young? They're having me guys look at 2022 guys and say, is he going to be a player? I have no idea. He's like 15. You know what I mean? I think he could be, but we got to see how he develops. So it's number one, evaluation, and number two, relationships. It's the old school, just having great relationships with someone. You know what I mean? It's just like anything else. If get to know their mom, their dad, everybody that's touching them. So that's what I think recruiting is all about. And I think, I went up to Nick Broker. Nobody was recruiting him. His high school coach was the winningest high school coach in Illinois. He told me he was the hardest working guy in the last 40 years. Nobody's recruiting him, but I said, he's got wide shoulders. We're going to take him. And guess what? He was all SEC last year. You know what I mean? So that to me is, I first of all, evaluating him correctly. Now I got some wrong too. I figured I'd bring up the one I got right, but if you evaluate him correctly, but then getting the relationships, old-fashioned stuff that we've been doing forever before, hey, I need more fans on Twitter and all that baloney, you know what I mean? So I think that the relationship stuff still works.
Hey, Coach Cameron again from the Courier Journal. When obviously the situation at Auburn and the coaching staff changed and you were let go, but what about Louisville and maybe Scott Satterfield or the offense made this an exciting place for you to be, you think?
Yeah, number one is the way Coach Sat treats everybody and the people that he brings in. It really is, and everybody's going to say it, especially on an interview. Obviously, nobody's completely out of it. You know what I mean? But I mean it sincerely. I really truly do. And usually the head coach is going to bring in guys like him. So there's no ego guys here. They're all great people. They're all family men. They all care about you and all those things. So at this point in my career, that was the most important thing to me. And sometimes you can't get that. I was going to take a job, period. I had to get a job. But thank God, that I was able to get to a place like this because, I've been a head coach. I've been in the NFL. I've been in, some of the big schools in college. And at this point, I want to stay somewhere. I want to build something, you know what I mean? And I want it to be a long-term deal with good people. That's all I care about. Because I had a blast out there today. Blew the whistle. I couldn't believe it was over. You know what I mean? But you're with good people. You're fighting for a common cause. You know what I mean? That's what's important to me these days.
Worst few minutes of midnight ever.
Which part? What really excited me. And then
listening to.
I'll be honest, I wanted to get back to the old school outside zone. I really did. I loved. That was my favorite. We were 2-14 at Kansas City, and people couldn't stop us at all. Jamal Charles. I know it was a while, 2012. But
what you think, Tyrone?
You can look it up, man. If you ever see. So I wanted to get back to that because I felt like that's a really good, effective run. So.
Anything else, guys?
Yeah, a quick follow-up to that. You mentioned having a connection with Gunnar Brewer. Was Brewer the first person that got in touch with you, or kind of how did you guys connect about the job?
Yeah, I was actually trying to text Gunnar. I guess I had the wrong number or something, but I didn't get it. But he actually talked to Larry Porter. That's the way this business goes. You know what I mean? He talked to Larry, and Larry's like, Bick's out. He doesn't have anything. And so it's a crazy business now. I'll tell you what. It's this is my I hate to say it, but for good and bad reasons. This is my 10th move in 15 years. So every 18 months, we have to pack all the stuff up in our house.
Should I freak out about that, y'all?
The nice thing is my kids are all gone.
I like listening to them, though.
But yeah, that's basically how it happens. You just try to get. Larry knows Gunnar, and then Gunner's like, I know Bick, and heck, I visited Gunnar.
Like he knows everybody too.
Back when his dad was the head coach, like 30 years ago. Then you kind of lose track a little bit, but you always know each other. So that was kind of the connection, I think.
Coach, and last thing for me, do you, as far as having a guy like Cole Bentley, I know you're early in the.
So what do we think about him so far, y'all? If y'all in here,
games at center.
Again, make sure you go to the YouTube channel
and have a guy like that back to kind of.
If y'all in here just chilling,
yeah,
Facebook or
Twitter. I actually had that at Auburn too. The center's critical because they say
that.
And they're gonna set the protection, they're gonna set the run game. So, and you know, it's easy to go out there against a base defense. Anybody could do that. You know what I mean? But it's when you start all of a sudden start to get, you know, and that's the beauty of with an offensive line of having some experience because they've seen
what you
all
like
this
about him,
stuff. You know,
Tyrone?
there's a lot of stuff for an O-line to pick up, twists and this and that, and you know, and it's hard.
He sounds like he know what he's doing at the very least.
Get it all right, but as you go through the years,
he sounds like he's good at quick
especially if you can stay together as a group, you start to get that. But Cole sets the whole thing up. You know, it's a very good. It's
Is
very
he like the
comforting
Dino
for me.
Gaudio?
I mean, heck, I'll be honest with you, he knows probably more than I do. You know, on some of the stuff. You know what I mean? Not all the stuff, believe me. He might tell you he knows more than me, but I was breaking huddles before his parents even met. Maybe I don't even know, but
that was the old line.
No, but he's fantastic. He does a great job.
I got one last one for you, Coach. Obviously, you got a lot of experience back, but there are some new faces. You know, Michael Gonzalez, the freshman. You got Brian Hudson, transfer from Virginia Tech. How have the experience? How have the vets kind of welcomed them into the group?
Oh, it's been great. You know, and that's you know, we wouldn't have it any other way. I mean, we're gonna you know, love each other. We're gonna be a family. You know, but they've done a great job, and you know, there's some talent there too now that, you know.
Who else needs roofing help this
Hold
winter?
on, last
Enrollment
one.
is still
I'm
open
pretty
for
sure
our
that's the
roofing
last
relief
one.
program.
In other words, you can't just, you know, sit back if you're a starter because you got some really good players back there. So Des Daniels just you know, needs to gain some strength and size, but I mean, man, he can move, you know. So there's, you know, like you mentioned, Brian Hudson and you know, Kobe Baines, all those guys. So but yeah, I mean, it's really a close family type of thing, brotherhood type of thing for sure.
He sounds like he's happy.
All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you very much, guys. I hope to see you in person someday when we can do that again. So
I'm okay with that. Wants to get back to person. He does have a line with guys coming back, so I think he's starting with a good room. At the very least, he's starting with a good room. I'm gonna have to go through all this stuff. Okay, y'all, get out of here. Enjoy your evenings. Refreshing, I agree. I totally agree. Refreshing. Get out of here. Thank you for joining. Thank you for supporting the channel. If you're in here for the first time, make sure you stop by the YouTube channel. You don't have to click the like button. You don't have to click the subscribe button, but it helps me if you do, if you enjoy the show. The subscribe button is the most important one, though. Just go to youtube.com/MadeForTheVille and click the subscribe. You can turn the notifications off if you have to, but I always got good stuff, especially in the evenings. Y'all enjoy your evenings. Happy Valentine's Day to everybody. If you don't have Valentine's, don't worry, you'll have them next year. And if you don't have Valentine's right now, you saved yourself a whole bunch of money. So look on the bright side. Get back to it, y'all. Enjoy yourself. And if you have a Valentine, you sit here listening to me, stop it. That's why I'm cutting it off right now. Go enjoy yourselves. Yeah. I agree with you, Jeff. I